Morning. Day 4 of Hungry for Change. I hope everybody is getting something worthwhile out of this immersion. I've been mostly sharing from the heart. I have a few notes in front of me that I created late last night and pretty much every night before I do this. But my whole intention with this immersion, hello, Ig, is to really help all of you step into the life that you desire. And to do that, you must be deliberate with your intention and your focus and your beliefs and your frequency. And that brings me around to day 4, which is authenticity. Now, authenticity is really close to my heart. It's something I'm so passionate about. If we want to make real change, we have to become authentic. You know, I lived for 50 years as a pleaser and lost myself completely. And it was only through becoming authentic and getting over the fear of who I was and judgment that I was able to step into my alignment and my true power. And I know this goes for all of us. Authenticity and alignment is where we meet with all of ourselves. We cannot use our full power. We don't have access to it until we align with who we truly are. Now, aligning with who we truly are isn't our personality. Our personality is part of our programming. You know, we took on beliefs in those very early years of childhood about who we were, and our personality developed from that. Our personality is as changeable as our belief system. It's as changeable as our frequency. It's about choice. So, for me, authenticity is important. There's only one of me. You know, nobody else in the whole world is like me. Not exactly. We've all got our own frequency. There's only one of me. There's only one of you. And we need to be this version of ourselves fully. We all have our own frequency. And when we are hiding parts of ourselves, when we are trying to become something we're not, we're changing that frequency. And consequently, the frequency that we're emanating isn't in alignment with our truth, because our inner being maintains our true frequency. And when we don't, we create separation. So the more we embrace the self, the more aligned we become to our power. The more real and vulnerable we are, the more impact we can make. You know, when we're real and we're vulnerable, we're expressing our truth. Others resonate with us when we express our truth because they're going through something similar. We need to create real connection, especially at this time. People want connection. They want to be seen. They want to be understood. And we do this through being real ourselves, through being vulnerable and connecting and letting go of all the beliefs we have about not being good enough, owning it all. Women who find their voice own their power, and they don't generally care what others think, because if you care what others think, you're going to temper your own words and your own expression. That's not being authentic. It's not alignment. So dare to rock the boat, create change, be the change. The world is in uproar right now and change is happening. We get to guide our change and create what's next according to what we choose. Those who love you will adjust to who we're becoming. Real love is unconditional. Those that don't adjust don't matter. Because if they're placing conditions on your relationship, then it's not real. And as harsh as that sounds, it's time to be real. And it's time to value real relationship. When women are happy, and that can only truly happen from alignment, the whole family is happy. The husband, the kids, our vibration emanates to all of them. And I can see that my live is dropping out from time to time. So I hope this is recording fully for you. Self-acceptance is essential. Love all of the self exactly as you are. Love what appears to be missing or broken because it really isn't. Release that judgment of yourself. Judgment is separation. You created you as you are on purpose, as a gift for yourself and as a gift for everybody who interacts with you. Love that self as it is. Love the gift. Even if you can't recognize the gift right now, know it's there. From alignment, your true frequency emanates and you become like a lighthouse. Love is getting home to the self, and the magic is released, and it's unequaled to anything. Self-love is doing whatever it takes to bring you closer to alignment. So it's thought, it's belief, it's frequency, it's how you feel. It's doing the things that light you up. It's listening to your heart. It's setting healthy boundaries. Often saying no is as important as saying yes. No, when something isn't in alignment with you. If it's not a hell yes, don't do it. Trust your instincts. Listen to your intuition. Be selective with what the mind shares. Your heart tells you the truth. The mind is only a tape recorder. The mind only repeats what it's given. If it feels uncomfortable when you listen to what your mind is saying, it's not your truth. So what is your truth? When do you feel most at joy? What is it that you believe? Hello, Tracy. Love is your currency. Love is the universal healer. Anything you apply love to comes back into balance, into harmony, and it feels good. Love is the core of all existence. Anytime we feel uncomfortable, it's telling us that a frequency is out of alignment with ourself, with our truth. We have created separation, usually because of a perspective that we've taken. And it's usually because of our thoughts. Again, our mind only knows what it knows, and it's trying to protect us. So if the mind is telling you something and it feels uncomfortable, don't believe it. Choose differently. Listen to your guidance system. Our feelings are our guidance. When we feel good, we're in our truth. When we feel uncomfortable, we're not. But remember too that feeling uncomfortable can come from expansion and for getting close to your comfort zone. We all have this zone around us where we're comfortable, and when we get close to that outer limit, we start to feel uncomfortable. But it doesn't mean it's wrong. It means we're taking expansion and we're becoming the next version of us. And to realize that it's only fear that's making us feel uncomfortable in that instance. Change can create a lot of fear. But when you understand that that fear is just telling us that we're about to jump into huge expansion, we can celebrate that fear and do it anyway. So don't let your mind stop you from being real and from following your heart. When your thoughts feel bad, change the perspective that you're taking. Don't bow to fear. See what's underneath the fear. It usually means we're just getting out of that comfort zone. Take the expansion. Change is wonderful, but it does provoke unease. But do it anyway. Take the expansion. It's moments of fear before you do it, and it's exhilaration beyond all else. Don't wait until you're old and grey, and some of us already are, to live the life you desire. And even if you're old and grey, start now. It's not too late. There's never been a better time. Now is the perfect time for absolutely every one of us to honour ourselves and live our deepest desires, create the life we want. You know, we're all unique. We came here to share our unique self and our own special gifts with the world. And the world needs us more than ever. You know, the world needs nurturing, and us as women are the best nurturers. So be your own true self. Be in your power. Share from that frequency. Share your love. Share your understanding and compassion. You know, reach out from the heart. Have the difficult conversations, but do it with love. Connect with others like you've never connected before. Be who you are. Find that special gift that you've got and release it and live it. You know, I'm a channel, and I received a message a few years back about each human having their own unique frequency. And I was shown this frequency, like literally shown it. And I was able to look at a whole number of individuals and see the light shining, emanating from each one. And that light looked like a barcode. And I actually asked what it was. And they laughed and they said, yes, it is a barcode. Each single one of us has our own unique frequency, range of frequencies, which together create like a rainbow of frequencies that we emanate from our true self. And when we aren't living our true self, we don't lose that frequency. We cover it up. We hide it. And have you ever tried to scan something and the barcode isn't complete? It just doesn't scan. So when we are trying to become something we're not, when we're hiding parts of ourselves, we don't emit our full frequency. And we don't have this barcode so that we can be scanned and kept track of. This barcode is part of the symphony that every single human being and every animal and everything on the planet has, that when we come together, complete creation. And when we aren't living our truth, we are not just robbing ourselves of our own alignment and power, we're robbing all of existence. And it is that powerful. Imagine a jigsaw puzzle that was existence. You know, you can see these millions of pieces in a jigsaw puzzle, and the whole puzzle is looking beautiful, except where you belong. And your piece has had lots of edges cut off. And as hard as you try, that piece doesn't quite fill the gap because you've snipped bits off, you've hidden pieces. So you look at the space where you're supposed to be and there's bits missing, there's black blotches covering up parts of it, and the picture never can be completed until you are brave enough to uncover those pieces and shine in all of your glory. So don't shortchange yourself and don't shortchange your family. You know, every one of your family and your close friends are souls that came here to co-create with you. You need to be real for them. And in you being real, you give them permission to be real and to shine as well. If you limit yourself, I can bet you that those who matter most to you are limiting themselves as well. I experienced in my marriage, when I was married, I wasn't a good communicator and neither was he. We lived together for nearly 30 years and we really didn't know each other. I'm not blaming him. I'm not blaming me. It was an experience for both of us to discover ourselves. And when we separated, that was when I found who I really was. So we are all authentic, and everybody needs us to be authentic. We need ourselves to be authentic. We don't need clones. We don't need carbon copies. We need contrast for evolution and for wholeness and for completeness and for love. Hiding yourself isn't an act of love. Hiding yourself is fear. We came here to share our gift, and that means we must step into it and own it fully. We must become the leader of ourselves, because only when becoming the leader of ourselves can we lead others, can we help all of those who are reaching out right now. Oh, sorry. I've got so much energy flowing through me right now. We came to play in contrast and to shine, not hide. We must live the highest, most authentic self we can be. When we step into ourself, we step into our genius. And we've all got a genius. We all have that special superpower that we came here to share with all of humanity. And whether we share it from our own house or our own bedroom, or from the middle of the park, screaming it out to whoever can hear us, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you only share it with your family, with your closest friends. Because wherever you share it is perfect, but it needs to be shared. Life celebrates us when we celebrate us. We must own our truth, own our desires, because our desires are a part of our truth. Just the word desire, feel it. Desire feels absolutely incredible. Just feel the word. Don't attach it to anything. Desire itself feels incredible. That's telling us that our desires are our truth, our alignment, and they're meant to be lived. When we give ourselves permission to live our desires, we give ourselves permission to be ourselves. And it's the ultimate act of love. Love for ourselves and love for every other being. Love for all of creation. Don't settle for mediocre. No one is mediocre. We're all God's source and infinite creators. Don't you think it's dishonoring of the self to be humble, to play small, to play less than we're able to play, to settle? We can have it all. There's no shortage in this world of anything, not even of health. But until we realise that and believe it, we are going to struggle with everything around us. Every situation that we have is a gift, even when it feels hard. Even when we feel like we're out of control, we're not. Unless we claim we're out of control, if we claim we haven't got time, if we claim we haven't got the resources, then that's what we create. If we see all of our difficulties as a gift and we can pre-frame them and change them into a gift and use them for our own expansion, then we step into our power and we create deliciousness from it. We can have it all. I know many women who are in marriages they don't want to be in. And we settle because we're playing small. We believe in lack. We think it's safer than no relationship. We think we need protection. We think we need their money. I was like that. I was afraid to look at my relationship because I didn't want to see what was really happening. So I stayed in a relationship that was unfulfilling. he had the guts to walk away, and it was the ultimate gift to both of us. Because I thought I was insignificant and useless. I felt abandoned and worthless. I thought I was nobody without him and without my family around me. I thought I was unlovable. And that's all crap. Those who trigger us are our greatest teachers. They're pointing to something inside of us that needs healing, that needs loving back into wholeness. Likewise, when we see something in another that we admire, I've got many people that I've interacted with in this life that I admire. I admire their love, their compassion, their ability to speak and to share their messages and to uplift and empower. And at one point I saw them all on pedestals, and I didn't realise that I had all of those qualities in me. But the thing is, you can't see what's not part of yourself. So if you see something you admire in another one, know it's in you and own it. And when you own it, it starts to develop and starts to show itself. And when you own it, you come home to yourself and you come home to your power. You come home to your truth. All of our world is a mirror, and it's offering us expansion. We can take that expansion or we can resist it. We can fight and go into fear, or we can love. We can let go and forgive, or we can love. Love feels incredible. And it can overwhelm the human body. It doesn't mean it's wrong. Allow yourself to feel it. Feel everything. Because feeling everything is what you're meant to do. Feeling everything is what connects you to you. Feeling everything is what connects you to others, what connects you to your power, what connects you to the unseen world. We can let go of everything uncomfortable, we can forgive, or we can create separation. All disharmony, all unease is a disharmony in our frequency. It's a chaos in our frequency. Just like there's a chaos, a frequency disharmony in our world right now. We can go into fear or we can go into love. Everything is about frequency. We attract according to this frequency. Love soothes and smooths our frequency. Love soothes and smooths our frequency. Be love. Women who dare to live their truth know how capable they are. They know they're creators and they create a flow of everything they need. Thanks, Helen. Hey, Ebony. They are empowered. But it's our choice. We have to make the choice. I chose to become empowered. And when I stepped into my true power was when I stepped into my online business. And I know that sounds cliche, and I'm not trying to do a hard sell here. But when I joined the online world, I had to discover me to a depth that I could share it. And this isn't some script or some made up, who knows what, to get people to agree with me. This is who I truly am, and it's coming from my heart. And it's flowing through me at such a rate that sometimes overwhelms. But it's all good and it's delicious. When I joined the online world, I joined because I was after the money and the time freedom. Little did I know that it was me stepping into my power and becoming the leader I was meant to be. Women who have their own income, even in a marriage, have confidence and an independence equal to nothing, equal to no one. It's easier to make choices if we're not in fear around money. And when I joined this online business, I had big gaps in my abundance, in my money flow. And that was because I was hiding parts of me. I didn't want to look at it. So I'm forever grateful for this business, for the community, for the training that I've done and is ongoing. But the community, I was nurtured and supported, and I was safe enough to become who I truly am without judgment. And I'm still loved and supported and encouraged. And I see others succeeding and they share their successes and they lead the way. I'm able to see their successes, and because I can see it, I know it's in me too. And therefore I get up every morning and I know I can do this. And I say to myself, I've got a message to share and the world needs me, and it's up to me to share it. Some people frown at the money aspect of being online. But I can tell you, money doesn't measure our worth, but when we have self-worth, money flows. It's empowering to have money. And if you've got a lack of money, then there's something in you that you're resisting. We become more of the self. We realize our desires, and we realize that when we step into our desires, we become more of ourself. We step into our unlimited potential, and all of life aligns with us. Our desires are part of us. They're not ego. Don't ever think that something that feels good to you when you think about it is ego. It's coming from your inner being. Your inner being makes choices and jumps on everything that we think about that feels good, and it becomes it. Inspiration and our desires is our inner being saying, come and join me. I'm playing with all of this stuff you want. Come to me. Come on, align, be yourself, come and play. It's so much more fun. And when you do align and you do go and play, it's like a party going on inside. And the outside world comes from within, and that party is all around you, and it shares and spreads to everybody you interact with. We owe it to ourselves to be real. We owe it to ourselves to live our biggest lives. We owe it to ourselves to live our desires. So visit those desires. Write the story that you want to live. Drop your messages below. Tell me you've done it. Give me a thumbs up. Tell me that you're going to live according to your heart, that you're going to live these desires, that you're going to make them matter so much. So many people have got time on their hands right now, and so many people are in fear and feeling all sorts of stuff, and that's okay too. Feel it, but don't feel it with a dialogue from the mind that is disempowering you. Feel it without thought, and then claim who you are from that place of power and live who you are. We have to feel it to live it. So let yourself become it. And there's been no better place, no better time than now. I truly believe that everything that's going on in the world now is about humans awakening. We can't heal what we can't see. And fear has been brought up in such a big way so it can be healed. The more of us that can move into love and truly be authentic, the more of us heal this hurt for everybody. I don't think the world is ever going to be the same. It's always about expansion and moving forward. So don't think that after this is over, we'll go back to how we were, because we won't. And I know more than ever, the online world is going to be the space where we need to be. And I know that what I've got online is beyond anything I've ever seen, and I've been a part of a lot of MLMs, a lot of party plan stuff, and this is truly 5D, this business. Our team is 3,000 strong, and every one of them are conscious, awake, loving, aligned, authentic beings. Can you imagine what our team is creating in this world? And that's why Freedom Fest, that I was a part of last week, where 800 of us came together in love and celebration, needed to go ahead, and why it did. Now we're all celebrating from our bedrooms, from self-isolation, but we're still connected. We're connected here and we're connected online. No one needs to be alone in these times. If you need someone to speak to, reach out. I'm happy to listen, to share, to uplift. Absolutely any of you. Absolutely everything I share is emanated from my frequency, from my love, from my truth. I thank you for connecting. Thank you all for being with me. And I look forward to seeing you all tomorrow. Please connect with who you are underneath you, underneath this. Because although the human is beautiful and delicious, who you are is what's inside. Connect with it. Connect with your desires and make them manifest. My love to you all. Bye for now.